Hey guys, and welcome to episode 10 of the Amanda Bowden Transitional Coach podcast. And today, my special guest is Lisa Rees, the founder of Wonderful World of Websites. Did I get that right, Lise?
Yeah.
Yes! So, Lisa is a tech mentor, I nearly got it wrong, website designer, digital strategist, and is currently helping me with my website development and how to get my vision out of the Master Miracle Manifesto course on demand video. Because, yeah, that's not in my thing, but you're helping me with that. And to make it reality. Lisa's also a multi-award winning business. Yeah.
Yay.
And I've known Lisa, I don't know, probably since about 2022, something like that. So it's a
Yeah,
long
years
time and
now.
I going back, like just doing website designing and stuff like that, and anything else
Yes.
besides that. Cool. So, Lise, what? So do you want to share like a little bit about who you are and how you first found your way into the wonderful world of websites? Like, what was the moment you realized you needed to build a business of your own? And did being a mother influence your decision to start a business from home and creating your own door to open up opportunities?
I think I never made the decision saying, oh, I'm going to do a business. But I also think that that was always in my head because I hate working for other people.
Mhm.
So that's the ADHD thing, and but I struggled because I always overgave in like I overgave in jobs that I did. And like I've only done like part-time jobs. So this is my first ever full-time job. Been doing it 10.5 years because I brought my children up. So I would just have jobs when they were in school or in the night when my husband was obviously sleeping and that type of thing. So when the kids were little, I used to do a party website. So I used to just blog about kids' parties, usually about parties they had. And then it got to the point where, because the blogs became so popular, we were just throwing parties for the sake of it. And my kids' friends loved them because I just throw a party for nothing. But I was having like 40,000 visits a month to the website.
Oh my God.
And this was back in like 2007, like so before like social media and stuff like that. Well, the early days of it. Um, and then I was just doing that in the house just because I'd done this course and I was like, I'm just gonna just do something. I needed to do something with my brain being home with the
Mm.
kids. And then my husband got made redundant. We both had to apply for jobs. So I got a job first. So it kind of all fell to the wayside. But I was having people message me from like New York saying, can you come plan a party for me? Because it weren't such a thing over here um, at that time. So I didn't really make loads of money from it. I had like affiliate links and stuff. But then
Yeah.
I had to find a job. So I worked part-time for the NHS. And then I went to uni and I did a degree in event management because I thought that's the path that I wanted to take. Um, and then working in hotels and event management and the hours are just atrocious. So it was all like nights, weekends, all the
Okay.
times. And like as my kids were getting older, I was like I was spending less time with them type thing.
Yeah.
And then in 2015, me and my husband split up. For 5 years, we're back together now. And I feel like I have to say this at this point of every time I say this story. So it's all fine. So it's not sad. So don't like sad stories.
Oh,
Um,
dude.
someone asked me, one of my friends' mother asked me, oh, you did a website before. Do you want to do a website for me? And I was like, yeah, okay. And then she said, oh, will you do one for my daughter-in-law? And I was like, yeah, okay. And then just people kept asking me. So I feel like the business just grew around me. But it was good because I'd always tried loads of different things to try and earn money from home around the kids because I had no one to
Mm.
look after them and stuff. But I was never very good at selling other people's stuff. I'm not brilliant at selling my own mind, but
Dude, you are.
people just generally just come to me. So, um, but yeah, it was a lot easier with the kids. Like I was working in a pub when they were in school in the day, and
Yeah.
then in the night I was starting like about 9 o'clock doing people's website stuff. But
Well,
then I was just like, I need to leave this job. It was only part time, and within 6 months I'd left the job because I was only getting like £100 a week anyway. I wasn't doing like
awesome.
loads of hours. So I were one of these people that work full time and then you got to get that income back. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
So it wasn't such a big jump. But like, I think it's been really good for the kids. Like, both my kids have had tech VA businesses. My eldest daughter runs her own forest school.
Mm.
The other one is looking now to start up her own business. But I think it gave them different perspective on things. Like when Saf was in uni, all her friends was working in pubs and like, oh, I can't get my assignment in on time because they're asking me to go to work or in McDonald's and stuff. Where she was just a tech VA and she had a lot of my clients, so she would just do her own thing type thing.
Yeah, so
She
kind of
could
inspired her as
concentrate.
well. You're like a role model,
Yeah,
isn't it, really?
yeah. And like my first awards thing, I took Saf with me. Because me and my husband hadn't got back together by then. So Saf came with me and she said to me, I'm so proud of like what you've achieved. And even though I didn't win that time,
Hmm.
she was like, I'm so proud of what you've achieved. And now you've shown us a different way that it doesn't have to be like leave school at 16 and do whatever. Like she went to uni and then now she runs her own business and that type of thing.
But dude, that's nice as well, isn't it? Having your daughter say that to you, because it
Mm.
means a lot coming from your daughter, because like you're doing everything what you can possible to keep everything going, and then
Yeah.
to come from your own daughter, it's just lush.
Yeah, and I think when me and my husband split up, it was like quite empowering, as in to like be earning my own money, be able to pay for the like first car insurance, and do you know what I mean? Like all
Yeah.
that type of stuff. Because I'd always relied on my husband because I never really worked. So they can see that type of thing as well. That and then my kids are really independent.
I was gonna say independent, yeah.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Well, I don't know about the youngest one, but
Oh,
he
dude, you'll
tries
never
to
have
be.
two the same.
She tries to be. She just likes to ask daddy for money all the time.
Oh, I don't blame her. Cool. So, like, when you look back at those first years, right, what were your biggest challenges you had to like navigate as an entrepreneur? And at the time, did you know you was ADHD?
No.
Oh,
So I think the biggest thing for me was money because, like, my husband, when I was with him, he was paying the bills. So even though I managed that, but the money was always there. But then we always struggled. And I think when I first started my business, I don't even think I paid a lot of the bills for
mm,
a year. Like, I wasn't paying my mortgage. Obviously, I spoke to him. Do you know what I mean? I didn't just stop paying everything. But I was really struggling because I was earning £100 a week. And yeah, you get tax credits and all stuff like that, as it was called then.
yeah.
But it was just like I didn't have any other income, so I had to earn something more to be able to like pay things. So I think that was the biggest thing. And even um, even a couple of years in, you like even though I was growing my business, you always get like really crappy months and stuff like that. It's not
Yeah.
everything's perfect all the time.
And
Um,
it's like you're dealing with the unknown all the time, isn't it, as
yeah,
well? Because like whereas like my role in a factory job, it's like you go in, you do your bit, and then you come home, you've got the structure. But then when you're going into this kind of work, it's like you've planned stuff and everything, but it's still the unknown. You don't know what's coming in for definite, and
yeah.
but it does always come in.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. And like my husband, he's really like, oh my God, I gotta have a job. But he's really in that
Mm.
mindset where he's like, yeah, but you don't get paid for every hour that you do. So he can't see that mindset. But with the ADHD thing, it was on like a couple of years ago, probably about 4 or 5 years ago. Um, one of my clients said to me, oh, are you ADHD? And they just had an ADHD assessment. And I was like, I don't know why. And then more and more people kept saying, and then this client, because I was still working with her, and I don't think she'd had the assessment to start with, but then she had an assessment, and she was like, these are the questions that they asked me, and she said, oh, you can download the questions or something like that. She gave me this website. So I was like on there, and she was like, oh my God, all your scores are higher than what I.
Dude.
And then, like, I was saying to my sister about that, and my nephew's got ADHD,
Mm.
and he's had it since he's 8, so he's nearly 21. And she said, oh, I always thought it was off you. But I think
Because it
growing
runs in
up,
the family,
yeah, but I thought, like,
generally.
yeah, I thought with his ADHD, like, he was mental nuts, like he was crazy. and he couldn't sit still and all that type of stuff. But I couldn't, I suppose I couldn't sit still. I don't know, but my brain was constantly doing
Yeah.
something, and I just felt like that it was like broken. The only way I can switch it off is by reading a book. So I read before I go to bed. But it was only when my youngest daughter started college a couple of years ago, um, and they said to her, they said that they thought she had ADHD, and she didn't have a formal assessment, but they had to bring
No.
someone in to kind of assess it in the college, and then she had support worker in college. Um, and then she was like, she's very similar to me. She's my double in personality type thing, except she's a bit wilder. But then I was like, oh yeah, that probably is
Yeah.
what I've got type thing. But now, when I had ADHD coaching, I felt like before that, I felt like, oh, your brain's broken, and I'm like, no, everyone's
Mm.
brain is just different, and it's okay.
Yeah. I think a lot of people feel like that. I know I did when I went through like the whole assessment. It was a bit
Mm.
different. But then when you do see it, like a lot of people see it in their kids, and then it starts clicking, and you're like, oh my God, that's me. They're like a mini version of me, isn't it?
Yeah,
And then that's where all the light
exactly.
bulbs go off.
And I think as well, like I looked into then the difference between ADHD in like boys and girls and like
Yeah.
growing up and stuff like that, and then women when they're older and all that type of stuff. Because my mother was like, "Oh, yeah, but you were nothing like my nephew," and I'm
No,
like,
but
"No, because it's different." And then when I said, and she was like, "Oh, yeah, that's you."
yeah, because you get different types. You've got like the hyper active as in outside physical showing and doing all the crazy stuff. And then you've got the internal part as well, which is what you've experienced
Yeah,
and with your thoughts and stuff. So it's all different. It's the
yeah,
spectrum isn't it, at the end of the
exactly.
day. So it's all different,
Yeah.
but it's different. So like how has ADHD shaped the way you work and create now? And what unique strengths do you think ADHD gives you design, creativity, and working with your clients?
I'm only laughing because I rang co-working earlier and we were talking about this because I said
That's
I
mad.
multitask, right? And you've been
Oh,
here with
dude,
me in
yeah,
the
I've seen you
office.
multitask. It's insane. I can't cope with you. Get the speed.
I can't just focus on one thing, but because what I do, so like something earlier, I was just uploading, then I got to go to someone else. I'm answering emails, I'm doing a Facebook post, but like sometimes that does stress me out. But generally, because that's how my brain works, I
Yeah.
use it to my advantage rather than thinking, oh my God, that's stupid, I can't focus. Because I know that my brain doesn't want to focus. But then I do get, so maybe I'm doing someone's website and I'll be like so into doing it, like the designing of it or whatever, then I forget about everything else. So I can be different.
You go into like hyper focus
Yeah, that's the word.
and
I
focus.
knew it
Yeah.
was
And
the
like
word.
fixation. Yeah. Because you do. Because like I have to set timers on my watch for that
Yeah.
when I'm doing
That's not
projects and
off the
things.
mind. It's more of
Yeah.
the doing everything all at the same time thing.
Oh, dude, mine's all the time. But it does help, isn't it? It does help with your job and what you do. Do you know what I mean? If your brain didn't work like that, then you probably wouldn't even be doing what you're doing.
Yeah, and I think that where I'm doing all different things all at the same time as well, sometimes that hinders my creativity. Whereas if I'm being more focused, then I can be more creative and I think of more ideas and stuff like that. So it's trying to find a balance, I suppose, between the both.
So I guess like slowing down a little bit so your brain
Yeah,
is like, yeah, I get it. So you can catch up with your brain.
yeah, yeah. I didn't
It
think
is,
about it
isn't
like
it?
that.
Because your brain's
Yeah,
going and you're kind of processing it, I guess, at the same time. And it's a lot in one go.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Cool. So like you not only build websites as a website designer, you also teach clients how to build their own. And I know because you're doing it with me. So like what inspired you to step into educating clients to teach them skills you've learned and gained over time so that they can create and develop their own websites and all the things that are connected to them?
I think where I started off just doing websites, and then people were like saying to me, "Oh yeah, can you help us do this? Can you help us do that?" So then we went into support, but the majority of my business is now support,
Yeah.
more so than websites. Um, because lots of people have websites now, they need help. And then when tech just comes easy to me. I don't know why. It's just I can just understand things. Some I don't know all really techy words or something like that. But people were saying, oh, once I was showing them things, they were like, oh, you explained that really simply. Like you
Mm.
don't use techy words. Everything's really easy. You're really approachable, so I can ask you questions. So the more I did it, the more I enjoyed it. And the training part is one of my favorite bits, especially when I'm running workshops and there's groups of people because I'm a very people person. So I like people. Um, when I finished my degree, I did do a PGC as well. So, but I didn't finish it because my daughter was ill, and then they wouldn't let me finish the course. But
It
um,
was a PGC.
like over at 16 education to be a teacher and that.
Oh,
I just like helping people. But I think the biggest thing for me was when I was running my course before, and I can give people a website, and like some people like I've said like, oh my God, I've seen my website, it's exactly what I wanted. I feel like crying and all that type of stuff. And that's nice, right? Because you
mm.
think that you've done your job. But then I've also taught people, and I had a lady before, and she'd retired and she wanted to start her own business. And she took my course, and her husband said, no, you need to get it done professionally. And she said she wanted to learn to do her website.
Yeah.
And within like 5 weeks, because she had some event, she had like part of the website at what she needed for now. And she said to me, oh, her husband said, well, oh, you paid someone in the end, you know? And she said, no, I've learned how to do that myself. And he was like, shut up type thing. And she was like, no, I've done it all myself. I've been doing this course. And he said, I thought you weren't going to do the course. She said, no. And she showed him she'd been doing the course and stuff. And he said, like, he was telling her, like, how proud he was of her and that. And I was like,
Ah,
and I think that means more than something I've done, knowing I've helped someone do something they didn't think they could do.
yeah, and you've taught them how to do it themselves, which is
Yeah,
independence as well, which is nice. And that's good.
exactly.
It's like a reward, isn't it? When you do something
Yeah.
yourself, you just feel good, and then it's like a knock-on
I
effect.
just like helping people, and when they are happy because I've helped them, I feel happy.
Yeah, that's good though, isn't it? So, like, what can clients expect from you when they work with you? Whether you're like building their website, teaching them how to build their own website, all the courses you run. Like, I know from working with you, you're genuinely honest, and you've just described that down to a T. You are. You just say it how it is, you know, patient, really patient. And like
With
you said,
other people's stuff, no, mine, no.
I know you told me this, but you are patient, and you do like describe things like you said, really simple. So it's easy to take in without all the jargon and all the crap.
Yeah,
And like you've helped me to like cut through because I got a really analytical mind. But like because you're ADHD and you're the complete opposite to me, it just cuts through all the crap and you just go straight to the point. Do you know what I mean? So you just
yeah.
accountability.
I think that like everything that you said, and then I just think that I try and make it a little bit more interesting because tech is boring. And
I like
I just
tech.
I think like lots of people think it's boring. So it's just trying to
Yeah.
make it a bit more fun, like not only through my branding, through what we do and stuff like that. And I talk a lot as well, like you said. So I just think that it's just a different way of doing things. Like I had someone come in the other day
Yeah.
about their website and they paid for it ages ago and they just wouldn't make an appointment because they didn't want to deal with it. They knew it was something they had to do. And she said, when she came, she said, oh, I feel like exactly the same feeling as when you go to the dentist and you're
That's fun.
terrified. And
Yeah.
literally, she was with me for an hour and then she was like, I'm so excited. When can I book my next appointment?
But you'll
So
find that, don't you, with clients, first of all, they're a bit nervous because they don't know what's happening and things like that. And then when they come in, it's just calm.
I tend to find that I'm good at people putting people at ease. Like I've
Yeah.
run a workshop before and two people were like terrified. Like I don't know what they thought I was going to make them do it. But then I was just like, it's fine. It's not like school. You're not going to get homework. You're allowed to go to the toilet if you want. You're allowed to do whatever you want. And they were like, that really put them at ease. And they were like, right, they felt like they could ask me stuff and that I don't know, I just a normal person to them. I'm not like some faceless company that they feel like they haven't got
Yeah.
that relationship with.
And that was like me, wasn't it? Because when I come up, because I am done in person, we were before, and like my
And then
autism
she's
was
like, oh my
kicking in.
God.
I no, dude, I come home and I was like, okay, this, the way we was doing it, and I was like, I need to slow it down a bit. And it took me a while to like say, oh my God, I actually need to communicate to you and actually say. And I felt like that, like I was in school and I was like, I need to say something. And then he's
Yeah.
like, oh, don't worry. And I was like, oh my God, what the hell was I even like
Don't
overthinking
ask, you
about?
don't get.
Yeah,
That's what my daughter always
exactly.
says.
And he was like, you could go to toilet, you know? And then I was
Yeah, it's
laughing to
like all
myself.
laid back, all,
I know,
whatever.
dude. I know. Oh my God. So like I know you said like a part around that one lady, when your clients that you worked with and like teaching them how to do things themselves and how good it is. So like is there like a client story or a project that that made you think this is exactly why I do this work and like what's your favorite part of your job?
I think the workshops, only because the feedback I've had from the workshops have been more I don't know, just like nice. Like everyone gives good feedback, and I don't mean that, but I just mean like I run a workshop the other day in Bridgend, which is about an hour from me, and by the time I got home, there was people that didn't want to touch their website, they didn't want to do anything, but they came because they were just like, oh, she's gonna make us do stuff and that.
Yeah.
And then by the time I got home, I had all these messages, and like someone had done a blog on a website. She'd like tidied up the homepage. Someone else was like, "Oh, thank you so much. Now I can see why I need to do this."
Mm.
And I think seeing people in person as well is because you can stand behind them or sit with them, and you can show them things. Um, and people like that human connection as well. And I do.
Yeah.
I like real life people. No, nobody's not real life, but
I know what you
you know
mean
what I
on like on
mean.
your like on the website and stuff. It's
Yeah, but I
different, isn't
think
it?
and I think as a group, because they're there as a group, like once one asks a question, other people get more comfortable asking questions. Like if they
Mm.
don't ask questions, they never know.
No.
So I just feel like that then they get comfortable as a group and they start helping each other out as well. After the workshop. So even though they're only a day, but then it also brings up lots of other stuff that people think, oh my God, I didn't think of that. So we're going to have to come to another workshop now or whatever. And that wasn't intentional, but you can't do everything in a day as well. Do you get what I mean? But
Yeah.
I just love doing the workshops. But I feel like that when I first started doing them, I was like, oh, I'm just talking and going around to people and talking. Like, are they getting anything out of this? Because I'm just saying things that I could say and do in my sleep. Do you know what I mean? But to them, it was massive.
And I
So,
think that's the thing, isn't it? Because you
yeah.
don't realize when you're doing the job and you know all the information, you forget. It's like the whole
Mm,
ADHD and everything else with it. You forget other people don't see the way you do. And like when you're teaching
yeah.
other people, you're like, oh my God, actually, they love it and it's interesting for them, and they learn
Yeah.
from it.
And I do think as well, like when I first run a workshop, I was just teaching people. So they were writing down notes and I thought they'd go away and do stuff. But I know I don't go away and do stuff and nobody went.
Yeah.
And some people did go away and do stuff, but where I do it now, we do stuff on the day. So then they get used to doing it and then they don't mind when they get home. They're like, oh yeah, we just done that. We'll just do it again. Like we just wrote one blog, let's
Mm.
write another blog. So then they get more confidence on doing stuff on their website, the more they do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 'cause it's practical, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think it's better in person because, like you said, you're doing it with you. It's practical. You're using like muscle memories and you're actually doing it with you.
yeah,
And then they've got the support as well at the same time and accountability.
yeah,
It's like a
exactly.
win-win.
Yeah, like the co-working today, like everyone writes their thing on, and like not that I'm teaching anyone, but they write their stuff on the board, and I'm like, right, are you doing that? I'm good at keeping people
That teacher
accountable.
then, though, wouldn't you?
Are you doing that? Not nastily like, but it's like all fun type thing. But like one person who came have done two out of the three things, and someone else had done one, two, three, four, five, six, seven things, and they got three things. But she did have a big list. But she
Mm,
said she wouldn't have done that in the house. So
no.
it's just, I just feel like that I like people and I can help any way I can. Like people ask me questions because I'm still by ear anyway, but they're doing their own work. for asking me stuff. So that's fine.
Yeah, and that's you don't even mind though, because you're like
No.
multitask. You can do that and what you're doing at the
I just
same
like answering them,
time.
writing a
Yeah,
Facebook
that's what I
post,
mean.
doing edits on a website, answering my emails, and talking to my friend on WhatsApp all at the same time.
Oh, dude, you blow my mind. Just I can't even do it. See, that's a skill on its own.
Fine. But I think that's why I've learned.
Yeah,
Like before, I used to think multitasking, everyone says multitasking is this terrible thing and you shouldn't do it. And sometimes, if I'm under pressure when I'm multitasking, I can sometimes see that I do make mistakes.
yeah,
And everyone makes mistakes. And I think it's the pressure that, like, maybe I've got to do a certain number of things in a day and I can't do one by one. So I'm doing all of them. But I think, oh my God, I got to do this. I got to do this. And the pressure of it then makes me rush things. Not the multitasking is the issue. Do you get what I mean?
yeah. Like, do you normally find this towards like the end of a task as well when you gotta do it, like you're saying?
Mm.
Yeah,
But I
that's
like ticking
amazing.
things off as well.
Yeah,
So,
dude, that's an ADHD thing. Leave it to the last minute.
mm,
It is because it motivates you.
exactly.
Ah, that's mad, isn't it? So, like, as you've evolved and grown as a business, like, what has surprised you the most about being a neurodivergent entrepreneur? Do you like being called entrepreneur or do you like business
I don't
owner?
really be contented. Do you know what? What I hate? You know when you have to fill in a form, this is me
Yeah.
going off tangent now. When you have to fill in a form and they say your position or like your title in the company and stuff like that. But I
Mm.
don't feel like any of them. I always just write website Wonder Woman, even if they're
Yeah,
official
I'm
forms.
a bit
I
like
don't
that
care.
too. I just put founder instead because it sounds nice and
Yeah.
friendlier.
I'm just like, I don't really know. So, but I forgot what your question was now. Oh, sorry.
Oh, me.
What did you say?
Okay, hang on. I have got them literally on my laptop so I can just read them. And oh, guys, this is just one new typical. No, see, can't talk now. New. I told you she's funny.
I don't
Uh,
even try.
ah,
I don't even try. Do you know what? I was
oh,
actually speaking to someone the other day before you read the question and I forget.
go on, go on.
So, there's a lady I know, Michelle, and she does energy editing. And years ago, when she first started doing it, um, I had a session with her, and she said this word come up that had never come up with her before, and it was like entertainer. And she was like, I've never had that before. And she was like, does that mean anything to you? And I was like, I just like to entertain people and keep them happy. And that's always stuck in my mind when people are like, oh, it's just so fun. Do you know what I mean? Because I just do it automatically.
Yeah. Well, that's cool though, isn't it? Because you've got to have fun in your business anyway, and life anyway. So
Yeah,
otherwise, it's
exactly.
boring.
Exactly.
And that's why you've got a bloody wand as well. What?
Yes.
You've got it. Oh, dude, grab it.
It took me ages to get it back in here from the other day when I took it
Oh,
to a photo shoot.
all right, I'll let you off then.
All
All
right.
right, let me find this question.
Go on, go on. I'll
Oh,
shush.
guys, this is what we do. So, like, as you have evolved and grown as a business, like, what has surprised you the most about being a neurodivergent entrepreneur?
And the answer I was going to say to you last time, now you reminded me of it, that is normal. And I know that
Being
that sounds
neurodivergent.
stupid. Yeah, but
Yeah.
like I feel like being now with loads of other business owners, and I think
Mhm.
I never really like until my nephew had ADHD, I never knew anyone with it, never knew it was a thing. As he's grown up, and when I'm in a world of business owners and business women
Yeah.
constantly, and everyone's talking about it, and I feel like that now it's like normality, like and like what's normal anyway? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, but this is normal for me, so I may as well just not that I'm normal, but it's far from it. But it is my normality and it is my way of working. So I may as well work with it instead of thinking, oh my God, you're not normal, your brain's broken, why are you doing this? Just go with the flow, like.
Yeah, so like self-acceptance, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly that.
exactly. Dude. Oh God, what are you like? Cool. So like if you had one piece of advice for those who are watching and listening right now, who are at the beginning of their journey of like their business or looking to start, what would it be from someone who's got the t-shirt and like further on down the line?
I think it would be don't give up because you're
Yeah.
going to have so many things thrown at you. But if it's something that you were really good at or you're passionate about, like I'm not really like amazingly passionate about websites, but I'm passionate about the people I work with and what that website can bring them and all the stuff I've talked about now. So that's what keeps me going. Um, and I know I'm good at it.
Well, yeah, there is that as well.
So, but I think like I did stuff years ago and trying to make money and I'd be like, oh, doing all the things like utility warehouse, Usborne books, forever
Yeah.
living, all that type of stuff. But I felt like it was someone else's thing, not mine. So I just used to give up on stuff. And I remember actually, I think it was about that time I went to the award ceremony with Saf.
Mm.
And she said to me, she said, Ma'am, it's really inspiring that you haven't given up and you've stuck at this.
Yeah,
And you have days where you think, oh my God, I just want to chuck it all in.
you do.
And you might have like a really crappy month. You might not have no sales, or, somebody might say something horrible to you. Do
Mm.
you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
then you think, well, you can let that get you down, or you can just get back up and try again. You might not want to that day, but then just the next day, it's a new day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly that.
So
Yeah.
if you don't keep going, then where are you going to be? And I think the thing that terrifies me most is going back to a job, even more than not having any money, is going back to a job when someone's telling me what to do and I have to be there at certain times and I'm late for everything. But I have to do things in a
But it
structure
wasn't
and I don't
today.
like it.
No, I know. But it wasn't today. Like I was well surprised. I was like, yeah, on time today. I was
It's
like, I'm
because it
gonna
pops up in the corner and says I need to do it. But I
Mm.
was signing into the link I sent you, and then I was like, no, she sent me a link. So
I did wonder. I was gonna
I
message you
got it.
too. So do like what awards have you won for your business so far? I
Um,
could see one on the window. You were showing me them earlier.
yeah, so I think one of the first ones I had was the Small Business of the Year for the Welsh Women Awards. That was about 5 years ago, 4 years ago, something like that. I can't see from there. It don't have a date on it. I'm always in the top 100 of the Zocket South Wales businesses every year for the last 4 years. Um, the Digital Women Awards, I've been runner up for the last 3 years, and I've been like in the top digital women of like 50 digital women in the UK and stuff like that. I've
That's
always been running up for website designer for 3 years, and I've had for like digital trainer and educator, I've had like runner up and stuff like that, or finalist. But last year, I didn't even attend the awards because it was in London. I didn't know I was shortlisted. I actually won. And I feel like that somebody in London has chosen me to win an award that I
oh, that's
didn't even
cool.
go to. I didn't pay for or anything. They just thought I was good. Do
That's
you know what I mean?
mad. Is that how it
Because
works?
like some awards, like loads of award ceremonies, like they don't mean nothing. You pay to enter and you get an award. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or there's these ones that everyone is a winner and they make up titles for every single person. But I just feel like they sent me a PDF of the certificate. And then I was like, I didn't even know I was shortlisted. And it was only because quite a few people I knew were there, and someone put on their Facebook group, well done, Lisa Rees. And I was like, what? But then I did contact them, and even though they sent me the PDF, it was a trophy, and I've never had a trophy before. So I was like,
Oh,
I get
nice.
that I didn't go. Can I pay for the trophy? And they said yes. So
Yeah.
I'd already won. But I did pay to have the trophy. And so that one is one of my most best ones. And I've got Customer Experience Award, which I had not last year, the year before, but that was based on being mystery shopped from however many hundreds of businesses, and ours come out the highest in every category. So I think
Nice.
that means a lot because I didn't even know that I was entered in it. As to the point when they called my name, I was like, I haven't entered no award. What are they talking about? Why are they calling me? Must be a different Lisa Rees. And then everyone was like, Lisa, it's
There's
you. And I
only
was like,
one of you,
what?
mate.
But that customer service is a massive value of mine
Mm.
because I like to treat people how I would like to be treated.
Yeah.
So, and that's all there is to it, really, isn't it? And I think we get so bad customer service, especially in the industry that I'm in, the horror stories that I hear that are done to people and they get blackmailed over their website domains and like
Really?
people pay like thousands of pounds and never get a website at the end of it. And I think people come to me and we have Zoom calls and they like, I worked with someone and they just never got back to me. I paid them and they haven't done anything. And we just want someone to answer us. And I'm just like, I didn't realize, apart from the last year or so, it's got more and more frequent how
Mm.
big an issue it is. And I just can't believe like people can treat people like that.
No, like how can you even, you can't see it anyway because you're not
No,
that kind of person. So like
yeah,
it's only just been brought into you from someone else. Like for me, I don't know how people can treat other people like you said, like that.
yeah,
Especially if you're building a business as well, because then, it's built on honesty and trust and things like that. So people are
exactly.
going to come back, are they?
And like in January, we were really busy and we was trying to keep up with everything. And I
Mm.
felt like, oh my God, our standards are slipping. So that's why I've hired someone and she started this week. So
Yeah.
that's good. But then it was obviously pushing me to that point as well, which was something I'd wanted to do for ages. But I know that we have a standard for customer service and I didn't want to let that slip. And that's what made me take the jump to hiring someone, even though I got an office 6 years ago to hire someone and never ever did it because
That's mad.
I would carry on doing my things. I'd work all night, but then if it was affecting my clients, that's what's made me think, right, okay, I need to do
Mm.
something about it now.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally get that. So like looking ahead now, like what can we expect from you in the near future? Like, and where can people find and connect with you? And what message would you like to? Oh my God, can't talk, Lise. Let's start with one part first because my brain's having a
One bit
hoover.
at a time.
Sorry, guys. Oh my God. So let's start again. Like, what can we expect from you in the near future? Let's go with that one first.
I want to do more training and workshops.
Cool.
The team do most of the support now. Like that's what Jade is training to do as well. And the website stuff. Um, I like when people sit here and we do like the strategy behind the website. We do like changing things on their website, learning more about people's businesses. The workshops, I said, I love that. We've been doing training for a local company as well,
Yeah.
where they are working with neurodiverse business owners, and they get funding to help them because it's like a CIC. So they I've been doing the website bit, so I've been paid to train for that type of bit. And it's so interesting just going there and helping all different people. They're all at different stages of their website.
Mm.
But it's like not that they've taken a course, but they there and I'm just helping them. And like I've trained other businesses before who've had websites and they pay an outsourcing to use them and then like giving their staff a job each and stuff like that. But yeah, I want to do more of the workshops. And I suppose it's getting me getting feedback now of what people want and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, and like coming from me, I do like like with the one-to-ones more in
Mm.
person because it is, like you said, it's easier. And then if you've got something, that you want to ask or do, then you can do it all in the same place. It's just
Yeah,
back and
I just
forth.
like
Like,
people. And I think my biggest thing, and the reason I done this was that I was always at networking because I needed to be surrounded by people because I
yeah.
feel like I draw other people's energy. When I'm sat my own, I just go off into a different world. So I
Where'd you
think that
go?
pushes me on. Like then when you just like, I'm supposed to be doing something and then you're doing something else and procrastinating. But
Yeah.
when I'm like, when they were here doing co-working earlier, I could do loads more, but
Mm.
I just like people. And then I thought, how can I bring people into my business instead of me just sat behind the computer all the time? So that's why I started doing that. And the more I do it, I know that I might be exhausted after a day doing a workshop or training, but I feel like that, like I'm like beaming and that I've had like great feedback and I've helped people and I feel really good. So
It's human connection though, isn't
yeah,
it? It's natural, do you know what I mean?
yeah.
And that's nice. Cool. So like where can people find and connect you and what? would you, yeah, love to leave for other neurodivergent women building something of their own business? Did that come out right, dude? That don't
Oh, I'm
sound right.
confused. Let me
Oh,
answer the first bit. So people can find me on my website, obviously,
yeah,
because we do websites. So wonderfulworldwebsites.com.
cool.
All my social media, all the ways to connect with me are on there. Now do the other question.
Do you know what it is?
Go on.
Guys, this is because I'm dyslexic and I've written this question right and the fucking the words are in the wrong order. So I'm just gonna do it myself anyway. So what I was gonna leave on is so what like message would you love to leave this on now for like women who are neurodivergent and building something of their own business or anything, you know?
You are all amazing and don't let anyone tell you anything different. Because there's so much imposter syndrome and stuff like that, because everyone's different, but no one is you, and you can only be you, and you're amazing at that.
That's true. Ah, thanks for coming on today, dude.
Okay.
My little bumbles.
That's
Oh.
fine.
Yay. Cool. So that's it for now, guys. And thanks for listening and watching. Bye.